Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
The ongoing vote count at the TFC Center in Detroit, Michigan looked unfavorable for the defendant, Donald Trump. There, when a colleague at the TCF Center told Person 5, quote, "We think a batch of votes heavily in Biden's favor is right," Person 5 responded, "Find a reason it isn't. Give me options to file litigation, even if it is." When the colleague suggested that there was about to be unrest reminiscent of the Brooks Brothers riot, a violent effort to stop the vote count in Florida after the 2000 presidential election, Person 5 responded, "Make them riot and do it."
Oh my God.
Today, if no particular reason, would be a very good day to get this fantastic 45 in prison t-shirt. Just, for and giggles at stephaniemiller.com. Good morning, Jody Hamilton.
Good morning.
Hi. Anything happened overnight?
No, not at all.
Okay. Chris, who said
Yes.
when Donald Trump lost the 2020 presidential election, he resorted to crimes to try to stay in office? The third line of these efforts was deceit. The defendants and co-conspirators knowingly false claims of election fraud. Who said that?
Astro Jetson.
No, Jack Smith.
No, that was a good guess, though.
I think so.
Yeah,
I was close.
sure.
On the scale of wrong, it was not. Okay. Are you still? I know it. Those of us that marinate, do the backstroke in his criminality for years. It's still stunning, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's still, oh my God. And it makes you, now I'm re-angry, by the way, about 2000.
Yes, because Brooks Brothers.
And the Supreme Court. And you just realize how ridiculous the Supreme Court ruling is. I mean, this is so damning. Our legal lad, Tristan Snell, it's just to, condense for you. Aid, there will be violence if we keep doing this. Trump, make them riot. Do it. Aid, we don't have evidence of voter fraud. Trump, the details don't matter. Aid, VP Pence has been moved to a secure location. Trump, so what? I mean, don't you hope when he goes to prison, Pence says, so what? I mean, it's just a dream. It's just a dream I have.
Maybe he'll finally come out and support Kamala Harris.
So what? He's still a rock star?
Yeah. Yeah. Going all pink on our ass, right? I don't even know where to start with this whole Katie Fang with some great stuff on Threads. Jack Smith carefully walks through why Trump's interactions with Mike Pence do not constitute immunized conduct because they were interacting in their private capacities as running mates when these occurred. I mean, the fact that Judge Chutkan has to thread this needle of such obvious criminality, though, overturning a free and fair election is not
official duties.
And by the way, someone else made that point. I've always said that makes it worse. Not you shouldn't be immune. It makes it worse if it's an official act. I mean, okay, yeah, Golden Gate Blonde said the galling thing about all this new info from the Jack Smith filing is that he carefully tries to show Trump did it outside of his role as POTUS, so it's able to be prosecuted. But this type of behavior should be considered more egregious and more eligible for prosecution when someone is president, not less, SCOTUS.
That's like when cops do something wrong, they should be held at a higher standard. I'm sorry, they just should.
Yes. I blah blah blah. Hang on, where did I? Tristan Snell again. Remember when I said the immunity decision from SCOTUS might become the worst thing ever for Trump politically? A case of be careful what you wish for, because it would mean devastating evidence of Trump's January 6th crimes coming out right before the election. Yeah, that. He has nobody to blame but himself. Yep. This is where finally, Carmela is coming. Because, he delayed this. This is his usual tactic, delay. If you're innocent, you want to get the trial, prove your innocence, get it. Could have been done a long time ago. Yep. This is not election interference. This is the consequences of you trying to delay this over and over. I'm not ready for that yet. I know you're ready to. I don't want you to be tense.
Well,
we'll get to that. Maybe at the end of the.
I don't want you to make fun of me on the air for being too slow, so I'm ready.
Grandpa, as long as you can still eat corn when it's all mushed up. Yeah. Jeff Tiedrich. There's a reason they call Jack Smith the man who convicts the war criminals at The Hague.
Yep.
Okay. Scott Dworkin. One thing is clear from this Jack Smith filing is Trump is a traitor who should never be president again. He should be in prison, period. I mean, if this isn't on top of everything else right? I don't. Really? Undecided voters? Are you still like, I don't know.
They don't marinate
Want the
in
filet
it.
mignon or
Glass.
flaming hot gobs of Satan's vomit? How is the steak cook? Okay, that's an old joke. Everyone's done that joke, but still. Oh, I need to do a vegetarian version. Would you like the delicious Beyond Burger or the white hot gobs
They're good.
Satan's flaming vomit?
Kale.
No.
Wait, didn't you go to a
People
Cajun
might
place
choose
that was
Satan's
vegan?
vomit over kale, but I love kale personally.
I would choose Satan's vomit over kale.
I like kale. It's
See,
yummy.
you're what's wrong with America.
Why?
Okay.
Didn't you go to a vegan restaurant that you liked?
Yeah.
Chris, who said at its core the defendant's scheme was a private criminal effort?
Elroy Jetson.
No, you know what? That was obviously Jack Smith. See, this is how I spoon feed information to my baby chicks.
Okay. All right.
He is your elder, young lady. Chris is your elder.
Yeah, it's true. He's my adult supervision.
Yeah, that's it.
Again, Tristan Snell, for those of us not lawyers in the audience, he said Trump was not acting in his official capacity. He was acting as a candidate and a criminal conspirator aiming to destroy the government he had sworn an oath to defend. He must stand trial like any other citizen. No one is above the law. And to reiterate about the timing, Covey says this is not an October surprise. Jack Smith wanted this case to go to trial before the election. Trump kept delaying it so he can stay over there on Truth Social and rant all he wants because he has no one to blame but himself. Wow, was there a full poopy diaper alert at Mar-a-Lago last night?
And it's over 30 days before the election, so it is definitely within DOJ guidelines. I mean,
Go talk to James Comey about it.
Thank you.
And the Hillary, by the way, which, again, was a nothing burger. If you read any of this file, this is not a nothing burger. The Hillary thing, a nothing burger, right? And every poll showed that was the whatever you want to call it, cherry on
thing,
top
yeah.
of all the Russian interference and WikiLeaks and all of that. Okay. Sorry, I was talking amongst myself.
Yeah, what was
I didn't
that?
even
You
bother asking you to.
Okay.
We could have chatted.
Rutabaga.
Chris, who said?
Uh-oh. Okay. Yes.
Uh-oh.
The defendant asserts he is immune from prosecution for his criminal scheme to overturn the 2020 presidential election because he claims it entailed official conduct. Not so.
Jack Skellington.
No, that would be. That's close. Yeah, you're getting closer
I
every
like
day.
that.
No.
My
Smith.
Jack
That'll be
Skellington fell
Jack
down
Smith.
because the cats were playing
Oh,
with
no.
it the other day.
Okay. Smith argued his filing with adequate redactions to protect sensitive materials was appropriate considering the public interest in a criminal case involving a man who could become their president within months. Thank you. If anything was ever in the public interest, it's this.
Yes.
And it's why everyone is like, why is he not in prison already? How would he possibly be allowed to run again? And everyone know. I mean, what did they interviewed like every, I don't, what do you call it, prosecutor ever, Republican, Democratic, back since Reagan. And they all are terrified, knowing that there will be no more rule of law in the United States. He will make all of the cases, obviously, against himself go away, and he will prosecute anybody he perceives as an enemy, sans any evidence or crime. Together they've served every president since Reagan. An overwhelming majority of our respondents told us they are alarmed about Trump's potential impact on the Justice Department, many to a degree they don't think public conversation reflects. 42 of the 50 former officials says it was very likely that a Trump second term would pose a significant threat to the norm of keeping criminal enforcement free of White House influence. No kidding. Some conservatives, as well as liberals, said an extremist president in general, and Trump in particular, was the biggest threat they saw to the rule of law.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like we've cried wolf too many times. This is the most important election in our lifetime. Where's my air raid siren? Because this is it. That was all just rehearsal. Those of us in Hollywood understand that was rehearsal. This is the real deal. I mean, everything. The rule of law, democracy. It's not, nothing is hyperbole, right?
Not anymore.
Normally, people that engage in hyperbole.
They're worse than Hitler.
Right, but not now.
No.
No.
There is no such thing as hyperbole has officially been canceled.
I've been told.
There's no denying it. The vibes are really good right now.
But vibes alone won't save our democracy. We need votes. At the Grassroots Democrats HQ, we know what it takes to win elections. Knocking doors, making calls, sending texts, and writing postcards. If we're going to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and give them the Democratic Congress to pass their agenda, then we need to roll up our sleeves and talk to a record number of voters between now and November 5th. But let's be clear, we can't do it without you. So, are you ready to work? This is a fight for freedom and our future, and everything is at stake. Don't wake up on November 6th wishing you had done more. Join us. Go to grassrootsdems.org today to sign up to volunteer, and let's go win this thing.